Hello and welcome to the TCF Morning Show. It is Thursday, October 22nd, and I am joined this morning by Matt Schoolfield at schools_01 and Boomy at BoomyTCF on Twitter. I am Zach Lilia at ZLilia TCF. The main page is at typical_Chicago. This morning we will be talking, we are switching over our pick show to the morning show, and we are taking away our Wednesday show. So if you are looking for the Wednesday show, we will not be having that right now. We're looking, we're losing some sports here, people. So we're gonna go Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then we'll have a podcast Saturday, Sunday. So we'll be doing our pick show here now, week 7, little Thursday night football preview. Thoughts on the Blackhawks message that they just put out to the people. We also have a big interview with Stan Bowman tomorrow with that Red Line Radio we putting out. Barstool Chief, our guy, Barstool Chief, did with him in studio at Barstool Chicago. So that's really awesome. I cannot wait to listen to that. And then we had the Rays, Dodgers, World Series recap, and Boomys Wacky Web Story. Go over to Instagram, Facebook, follow us on there. Typical Chicago fans, go over to YouTube. Follow the Typical Chicago Fans YouTube page. Subscribe, please. Watch the videos, morning shows, podcast, interviews, food reviews are all on there. We go over wherever you get your podcast from. If it's Apple, please subscribe, rate, and review. Please give us a 5-star rating. And if it's anywhere else, just type in Typical Chicago Fans. You will find us on there. Shout out to 26shirts.com, Chicago. Use the promo code Typical Chicago Fans at checkout. You will get 15% off of your purchase. Again, that is Typical Chicago Fans at checkout. You'll get 15% off of your purchase at 26shirts.com, Chicago. We love them. Follow them on all social media. Boys, how are we doing on this Thursday morning?
Over halfway through the week, man. We're almost to the weekend, so it's been a busy week, but a good week. And hopefully the weather's gonna be nice the next day or so, and then it gets crappy.
Yeah.
But hey, we're over halfway there.
Maddie,
Boomy about nailed it. I would say it's looking like it's gonna be another hearty soup and chili kind of weekend for football on Saturday and Sunday.
To soup right now. I can't stop eating it.
Isn't it? It's soup season.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure
especially
right now,
it's just rainy.
Chicken tortilla. Chicken tortilla is my new jam right now. That stuff's really, really good. Chicken tortilla soup. We get it from Costco. It comes with big things, dude.
I'm a
so
big
good.
broccoli cheddar fan.
Broccoli cheddar's
potato.
okay. Boomy's probably a French onion guy. I'm gonna guess.
I actually don't like soup. I'll be honest.
What?
I'm not a soup guy.
It took 36 seconds for me to be disgusted by Boomy tonight.
Typical night here for the TCF.
He's probably going to tell me that the Devil Rays, the Tampa Bay Rays are going to have this thing locked up already too, right?
No, I already called it Dodgers.
The
and
Dodgers
seven,
just
so.
hit a home run.
Oh, then he hits a bomb. Unbelievable.
I actually, if I had to pick a soup, you're probably going to hate this. I love clam chowder. That's about the only soup I like.
I don't mind clam chowder.
It's okay.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, it's got to be New England too. Give me the white
The
stuff.
red or the white.
But yeah, whenever we record the show, the Dodgers do very well. It's
I know.
unreal.
This is nuts. Will Smith, that guy's a stud too. That Will Smith, the catcher for them, dude. He's really, really young, and all he does is hit bombs.
But boys, let's get into the pick show. We got TCF NFL Pick Show Week 7. We are putting, like I said, into the morning show now. Every Thursday we will have that to you. So then we can get you our picks before, because you know what, people, we're not doing too bad. Boomy, do you have the standings?
Yeah, I'm barely hanging on to first, I believe. And we're all super close. Let me pull it up. I might have slipped past Matt, but we're all super close. Hang on, I'm pulling it up right as we speak. I had a reboot.
I'm just going to go right into Thursday. I'm going Eagles -4.5 is what I have them at. I love the Eagles there.
Oh yeah, I'm in first, 21-13-1. Zach is at, or no, Matt is at 21-14, and then Zach is at 20-14-1.
Look at us. Very
close.
Love it. What do you guys got Thursday night? Tonight.
Did you say Philadelphia?
I said
I'm
Eagles.
with you, Zach.
Eagles -4.5.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Eagles 4.5.
I actually, right now, the line is, you're right, 4.5. I must have write that in wrong. I'm on Philly as well. I can't believe in the Giants, but
The Giants stink.
Daniel
How is
Jones.
this 4.5?
Just
I can't believe this is 4.5.
yeah, that's kind of what I thought. That was my biggest thing. And like Philly's not a bad, like they're bad, but they're not. I think they're without Dak Prescott. I think they're the best team in the division, but man, they're just the Giants are not good at football, and this is an easy pick for me to be honest with you.
Yeah, that is an easy pick. All three of us are taking the Eagles -4.5. Boys, let's go into Sunday noon. Let's go. Maddie's in first, right?
I'm in first.
Oh, you're first. You go ahead, Boomy.
Give me the Packers. This is going to be a big bounce back week. They're going to beat the Titans by double digits. This was an easy one.
Can we insert the obviously gif here, please?
Oh, like you, Stu, just taking the Bears every week?
Oh, and I guarantee you I will take them again this week when we get to Monday night. But
Dude, our team won last week, dude. Don't get mad at us.
Yeah. First place, Boomy. How's the ass look right now, dude?
I'll let you guys savor that while you can. Enjoy it while we have.
5-1, baby. All right. I'm not taking anything in that game currently for the picks portion, but I probably in that one I tend to lean with you. I think Houston had their shot for a big win last week. They had the Titans on the ropes and let Derrick Henry just stuff it back down their throat. I'd probably go with Green Bay in that one as well.
Love it. Maddie, you go next.
My pick for the week, first one for the noon games. It's going to be a little bit of I think there's a little bit of recorrection coming after last week. Two teams that are kind of looked like they were going in opposite directions was Cleveland and Cincinnati. Cleveland was looking, they got smoked. Cincinnati hung tough with Indy, had a big lead on them early, let that slip away. So maybe a little bit of momentum. I think the line kind of adjusted heavily, opened up as Cleveland was -4. It's already down to 3. I think I would absolutely pummel Cleveland -3 right now. I think they're the better team. Mm-hmm. I think they're more talented offensively, have a couple extra weapons. I don't think Cincinnati's too far behind them in terms of maybe the next year or the following year. But I think right now I just don't think Cincinnati's got enough to keep up with them offensively. And I think that line is due for a little bit of adjustment after last week.
Yeah, that was one I'd written down. I'm not going to take it because you took it. It's a good pick. It is at 3.5 on the Action Network. Are you okay with that half a point, Matt?
I got 3 actually on DraftKings, but either way.
We'll give it to you at 3. Not a problem.
Fellas, did I write this down wrong? I have Titans +2. What are they, -1 now?
Titans are -1 right now.
Where they start at?
Let me
just for documentation purposes, Boomy.
I believe you. I see it. I don't have an opening line, but that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Okay,
Zach.
I just don't know if I accidentally put a plus instead of a minus or whatever. So yeah, I'm taking Titans -1.
Okay,
I like
that's
them
not a bad pick
over the Steelers. I know the Steelers are undefeated or whatever, but I still think the Titans are better than the Steelers. Big game last week for Derrick Henry.
Well, like you said in the show, like, are they really an undefeated team? Like, they haven't really beat anybody. They haven't beat the brakes off anybody. My other noon pick, I'm going to take another team playing another bad NFC East team. Give me the Cowboys in a pick. I just don't think that Kyle Allen is anybody. I think that Dallas is going to win the game. I really don't believe in anything the Washington football team does.
Boomy,
I think there's.
Did you see that offensive line?
I agree.
That was
but you got to.
Is there a game that has 2 stinkier teams in the world right now than that?
Yeah, last week the Giants played the Washington football team.
Valid, but man,
awful.
that division is just dog shit. Cowboys stink, Giants stink, Redskins stink.
Washington football team.
The Cowboys are the better team. The Cowboys are a way more talented team. No question. Andy Dalton or not.
Washington football team, Maddie.
Yeah. Is it my pick or is it yours, Zach?
All you, Maddie.
Noon. I'm going to upstate New York, and I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills. I got a minus 13.5 right now.
I like the Bills.
They're facing the Jets. The Bills are coming off, a tough loss against Kansas City. The week before that, they played Tennessee. They got smoked that week. Those are the only 2 losses of the year. They're a very, very, very good team. I think Josh Allen is going to have a big, big week against a dog shit team of the Jets. Anytime the Bills can stick it to the Jets, they usually tend to try to. I don't think this week will be any different. I'd probably jump on that thing now at 13.5 before that triggers over another touchdown because that very well could happen.
I am going to take Panthers plus 7.5 going to New Orleans. That's a lot of points. I'm really hoping that McCaffrey plays also, but I just think that's a lot of points, and I think the Panthers are a pretty good team.
Yeah, it depends what Saints team shows up, Like, are they going to...
I think Drew... I know this sounds stupid. I know I might sound stupid for saying this, but Drew Brees, I think, is holding this team back right now.
I like that pick, Zach, because it's an interdivision game between 2 teams that have had
Saints
some
aren't
really...
going to win either. It's 7.5.
Right.
So
yeah, absolutely. I don't hate that pick at all. I think it is going to be a close game.
All right, Boomy, what's your Sunday 3 o'clock game?
I'm probably going against what Matt says in the overcorrection, but the 49ers travel to Foxborough to take on the Patriots, and I think San Francisco's starting to get some things together. They were obviously very, very injury-laden early in the season, and they're starting to get guys back. I still don't think they're the team that went to the Super Bowl last year. They're not even close to that, but New England doesn't do it for me, man. That offense is bad. And right now, even with Cam Newton, they're not what they used to be. I like the 49ers getting 2 points on the road. I think they're going to win the game outright.
I'm going to take the same game, and you kind of said it, Boomy. You kind of set me up for it. It's kind of the same thing as I thought in the last game I talked about. I don't think you're wrong, though. I think this game could really go either way. I'm just banking on the fact that I think with Cam Newton an extra week off, getting healthy again, I think New England is a team coming off a loss against Denver, where it's kind of a punch in the mouth, a little bit of a wake-up call. It says, hey, boys, if you're going to be a decent team this year, those are the games you want to win. I want to talk about Denver later, too, if we can. But, I feel like it's a situation with that overcorrection again. San Francisco looked so good last week in a little bit of an unexpected spot, and New England didn't. So it's like, okay, let's adjust the line accordingly. I like looking at doing the look ahead lines. I didn't get to catch what the one was for this one, but I have to imagine New England would have been way bigger than a 1-point favorite last week at this time in this game. So I'm going to take New England for my 3 o'clock.
Don't forget who coaches the New England Patriots too. So
that's exactly it too. And
I hate betting.
Anytime he can stick it to one of the young studs, and that is exactly what Kyle Shanahan is an absolute stud coach. Like, that guy's a star. He very well could be, a similar Belichick in terms of longevity, dominance, that kind of thing, and kind of changing the way the game is. So I have a lot of respect for Shanahan, but I just think Belichick kind of likes to jab those kind of guys when he can too.
I'm going to take the Seahawks minus 3.5 going to Arizona. I think this Seahawks team is very, very good, undefeated right now. And the Cardinals, I think they're a good team. I think Kyler Murray is good, but I think that the Seahawks will cover the 3.5 and win this game in Arizona.
It's a big test for Arizona right now. They got to put up or shut up because they've lost some bad games.
And Russell Wilson's been playing unbelievable this year.
That Minnesota game wasn't great for 3.5 quarters.
They won 5-0.
Yep, absolutely.
You trust him at the end of the game over
sure.
anybody. Sunday night, boys. What you got, Boomy?
I don't know if they're going to win this game, but I'm going to take the Raiders plus 3.5. I think that they've got some things going, and they've had a kind of a rocky-ish start. They obviously beat the Chiefs. But I don't know, man. I think this Tampa Bay's team is good, but I don't know if they're consistently good. They played poorly against the Bears, and they played great. Like, if they can string something together, they're obviously going to cover this. But they just haven't done anything consistently yet, and it just kind of seems like a pattern. So after they played well last week, prove it to me that you can do it 2 weeks in a row. Until then, I'll take the Raiders getting 3.5.
Booby, I'm gonna jump in the same thing, but I'm gonna do you a favor here too. I've got that thing at 4 for the Raiders on DraftKings. I got them at +4. So I'd say take the half point because I want the half point as well with Vegas in this one. I think John Gruden in prime time against Tom Brady at home, against his former team that he won a Super Bowl with, he is going to absolutely.
Wow.
It's going to be emotional city for that guy. He's going to be strutting. He's going to be doing the Popeye face and closing the one eye. Looking like an absolute lunatic on the
He
sideline.
might get up on the boat and act like he's commanding it at some point.
That's the Gruden you want to see in a game like this. That's the Gruden we're going to see on Sunday night. I love the Raiders in that one. I'd probably take money line right now too.
I am going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, come on!
I think that they are. I don't think this Raiders team is very good. I know they beat the Chiefs or whatever. I don't know. I think that the Bucs found their stride last week, and I think they got their wide receivers back. And their defense is kind of starting to come together here, so I'm going to go against you guys on that one. Monday night, I know what I'm taking. I'm taking the Bears +5.5 against the Rams.
I'll leave you better. It's at +6 right now.
+6, I'll take them.
Yep.
Maddie, I'm guessing the same for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then
I'm going to take this with my head, not my heart. I think the Bears are going to cover 6. I don't think they're going to win the game. I think they're going to cover 6. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's a lot of points. And,
I don't think the Rams have been that impressive every week. It's like, which Rams team are you going to get?
The Bears is like all of the talk, obviously, is a lot on the offensive line, and they happen to have the best, defensive rusher in the game right now. So that does worry me a little bit with Nick Foles. What?
It's definitely been better.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think it's going to be a tough matchup. I think the Bears are going to keep it close, but I'm definitely crossing my fingers, hoping that the Rams can pull one out here.
How would a healthy Kyle Long on the right side of that offensive line look right now?
That would be
feel
beautiful.
A lot more confident in your offensive line.
But I think since Nick Foles has kind of stepped up and they're coming together, I think it's going to be okay. Bears +6. I'm also taking money line. Thursday night football preview. Like we said, we got Eagles, Giants. I mean, the Eagles are a pretty decent team, I guess. And the Giants stink. This is an awful Thursday night game. The NFC East stinks. Unfortunately, they all play each other this week, so that's just gross.
The one thing about Thursday night games, usually with two shitty teams like this, is the game usually turns out pretty good. So
yeah,
I wouldn't. It could be one of those shootouts I could see. So
Daniel Jones goes off for like 4 touchdowns. People think he's going to be back, and the Giants are back, and
then he's going to fumble in a key spot
because
Carson Wentz going to throw a bad pick in a key spot.
They haven't won a game yet, right? The Giants.
Yeah, they won last week.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they beat the Washington football team.
So the Jets are the only team that doesn't have a win.
Correct.
It's tough.
Yeah, you guys nailed it. It's bad football. It's two bad teams, but hey, it's better than last week with no Thursday night game. This is also a big one. Like obviously, if they continue to struggle, Doug Peterson's going to be on the on the hotter seat than he is right now. And obviously, Joe Judge wants to continue, not just being a one-win pony, but I just can't see this being a great football game. But I think it'll be at least an entertaining football game.
It's football. It's Thursday night. We're happy that Thursday night football is back. Boys, let's get it. What did you guys think of this message from the Blackhawks? Kind of, I didn't really get why you even needed to really send that out. Like that was very confusing. I was waiting for like a Taze Kane trade.
Oh God!
Like right after the thing was dropped. You know what I mean?
My throat just dropped in my stomach.
You know what I mean,
though?
Like the way they were making it seem was like we're going to rebuild. We're not going to tear everything down, though. But like, how do you rebuild with guys who knows how much longer Taze and Kane will be playing in playing professional hockey.
All right, it's different scenarios than their counterparts in the United Center, but it's when you start doing this half-assed rebuild, and if you're going to do like we're going to hold on to our veteran pieces, and we're going to try to mix in young pieces from draft picks in the middle of the first round.
They've proven that they don't know how to do that.
Well, in middle of the first round picks, the NHL don't pan out right away, so you're not rebuilding quickly. And
no, it's just
I don't know, man. It's just so
it sucks, and the thing is, where are we gonna go? Like, it doesn't seem like Stan Bowman's going anywhere. It doesn't seem like Jeremy Colliton's going anywhere right now. You kind of see.
Yeah, it sounds like they're giving him an extension,
it kind of
which is
like
absolutely ridiculous.
When they played in the bubble, I don't know. It wasn't like he was very impressive. I mean, they beat Edmonton. Kind of got, I don't know. It was a weird first round matchup, and it was kind of going into it. But then proved in the second round that they weren't really. They were the 12th seed for a reason, and their defense from the beginning of the year could not stop anything. And they're trying to. Where are we going to rebuild here so quickly? It's not how hockey really works.
It'd be possible, I think, if I'm starting to lose faith. I shouldn't even say that. Continuing to lose faith in this front office. I don't know if this front office has it in them to do a rebuild like they did 15 years ago. Obviously, some faces have changed, but man, they basically just came out and said what we were all kind of expecting and kind of have all been thinking for the last couple of years. It's just, I don't know. There's not much to take from it, but.
Well, what you take from it is there was a bullshit offer for Corey Crawford in the first place. Was what he
signed for. You could have easily given him. Like, give me a break.
Well, they're talking about incorporating the young players with their veterans. You can do that with Corey Crawford. You don't want Corey Crawford playing 65 games a night or 65 games a season at his age and his wear and tear. You want him playing more like 45 or 50. So that's where you use Malcolm Subban or Colin Delia and the other 45 games. I mean, that's how you preserve these players. That's how, if you're going to do it, what you're saying you're doing, so you're keeping Keith and Seabrook and Taves and Kane and incorporating them with Kirby Doc and DeBrincat like you have in the last few years, and Boquist and some of these, Reichel, the kid they just drafted, whatever. But you're not going to do it with the back end who basically won you the series against Edmonton this year in the bubble playoffs, and then kept you in it against Vegas for $3 million.
The only reason they stayed in it all year.
It wasn't a money thing at this point.
No,
we want to move on from Corey Crawford. Well, why the fuck do you want to move on from Corey Crawford right now? Makes no sense to do it. If this is the direction you're going with incorporating veterans and young players, why do you let one of your stud veterans go then? What's the point?
Makes no
for
sense.
Nothing.
It makes
for
no
basically
sense.
Nothing.
Makes no sense.
Money was no issue here
at all. I mean, you're telling me you couldn't get rid of one of the other two goalies and pay him $3 million. Easy.
But let's let Stan Bowman oversee this rebuild that is obviously trending in the wrong direction right now.
Yeah.
Let's give Jeremy Colliton an extension.
Because it seems like everyone
when
loves
he's been
him.
one of the worst. He lost them a game against Vegas. He lost them one of the games. They were going to lose that series. One of them was on his back, though. And it's just, bad line combinations, bad use of substitutions.
Why is Coach Q not still here?
His power play.
What's the point of that?
It was atrocious.
That's still the biggest question. Why is Coach Q not still coaching this team? Makes no sense.
Whatever. Bullshit.
It is. Let's move on. We're watching it right now. The Rays are up 6-2-3 in Game 2. The Dodgers took Game 1 pretty easily. Boys, did you guys see that guy who caught the home run and then threw his glove back onto the field?
What a human.
I love he was having a great time,
How many $9 beers did that guy consume?
Hey, back to baseball with fans in the stands, and that's what you're going to get. I loved it.
$9, is that what it is? That's it's like $10.50 at Wrigley.
At this game, probably they haven't had fans for a while. They're probably like $15.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong there.
Got to make that up somewhere.
But Boys, what are your thoughts after Game 1? You were like, what's going to happen with this Dodgers team? Look, this lineup looks good. It's still a good lineup, but if they can even this thing at 1, I think it's going to be a pitcher's duel here.
Yeah, it's like I said, the Dodgers offense can just score in bunches, and that's exactly what they did in Game 1. Now, can they keep it up for a 6-7 game series? We're going to find out. But, they definitely poured it on there in Game 1 and away with it. But they're going to need to continue to do that because the Rays can score as well. So, obviously, they're proving that tonight. I think we're in for a 6 at minimum, maybe a 7-game series. That's what I like to see.
Well, the way it's shaping up, though, too, if you're the Dodgers, you got to feel pretty good if it goes to 7 because you got Walker Buehler in the Game 7 spot. So
wearing them tight pants.
Walker Buehler in a Game 7 with Kershaw probably able to help out in about 3 to 4 innings if need be, coming in the third game.
Kershaw looked good Game 1.
He looked outstanding last night.
Yeah.
Blake Snell looked really good tonight, though, too. So,
yeah,
some good pitchers on both these teams.
He has some nasty stuff.
Glasnow's got some nasty stuff. I think they probably kept him in a little bit longer than they should have last night, personally. And I'm a fan of letting your studs go and try to battle out at spots, but it didn't look like he had it last night fully from what we've seen earlier in the playoffs and the season with him. But, that dude is, I think some of it being as tall as he is, as lanky as he's got that downward trajectory on with his ball, but he's got so much life off it, too. There was a breaking ball he threw to how was it last night? It was a right-handed hitter. It just absolutely was just nasty up top. It just kind of was upper half of the zone, just completely unhittable slider. It was completely unhittable.
I just want it to be a good World Series. I would love a Game 7. I would love nothing better than a Game 7. That would be
Game 7 in any sport's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have any days off, or they just keep going?
They have Monday off.
Monday off. Okay. Boomy, do you have a wacky web story for us?
Of course, boys. And I actually have kind of a twofer that I want to tie together. I'll start off with the first one, and then I'll lead to the second time both together here for you. Police in California have announced the two arrests after a pair of very unique lizards were stolen from a reptile shop last year.
Yuck.
Yuck is very correct. These idiots stole 2 or 3 lizards that can grow to as much as 6 feet long. 2 of them, 6-foot lizards, and they're valued at together at $75,000, which is insane. Okay. That's absurd. The second story
wouldn't pay 75 cents.
No, absolutely. You couldn't pay me $75,000 to take a 6-foot lizard. Are you kidding me?
No.
That's insanity.
No.
And there's also been a big bust in the flying squirrel illegal trade industry in the state of Florida.
What?
Poachers have set as many as 10,000 flying squirrel traps in central Florida and captured as many as, I have no idea. 3,600 flying squirrels over a 3-year period.
Flying squirrels?
But they busted
what is that's a real thing?
You've never heard of flying squirrels?
No.
Yeah, absolutely. They're like squirrels with those those things.
They got like webs like between their arms and stuff. And they could actually glide as opposed to jumping. It's pretty crazy.
Where?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Florida.
Oh.
But
they're kind of an overpopulation.
Yeah, well, what they were doing is they were capturing them in Florida, driving them to Chicago, and then shipping them to South Korea as pets. So obviously very, very legal.
How do you ship anything to South Korea?
Shipping crates, I guess. That's the only thing.
Chicago?
They also you got to think about those rail yards that they have outside O'Hare.
What I mean is, how do you get away with, they're not checking what's inside?
No, they don't look inside, dude.
That's what you got a good logistics company to help do.
Yeah, it's money laundering.
Transport goods,
I guess.
But they also said some buyers from South Korea would travel to the United States and purchase the flying squirrel, and they would be driven in rental cars to Chicago. The source of the animal was further concealed. The animals were exported to Asia by an unwitting international wildlife exporter. And they said that the dealer received as much as $213,000 for these animals. But yeah, I mean, you're talking 3,600 flying squirrels. It's an absurd amount of money.
Imagine, like, having to get them in the crates.
Imagine, like, being in the FBI and you're tasked with, normally you're finding,
you
like,
open that
drug
container.
Really?
Open
I've been
that
doing this
shipping
10
container
years.
and see
I've been
3,600 squirrels.
I've been working here for 10,
and
15 years,
squirrels
and I have to go find some flying squirrels.
Get the fuck out of
That's
here.
crazy.
It
No
gets to my
way.
main point. Is like, stop stealing animals.
Yeah, right?
6-foot lizards and flying squirrels. Like, just get a dog.
Let them live.
Just be normal.
Here's an idea. Yes, thank you, Boomy. You said it. You took the words right out of my mouth. Be normal. It's okay.
It's not that much to ask for.
It's okay to stay in the middle lane. Just kind of just do your thing.
Listen, I'm not a cat person, but I would rather go to someone's house that has a cat than a 6-foot lizard.
That's debatable.
Well, you can't have both because I feel like a cat and a 6-foot lizard would not.
I don't think they're getting along well.
No, that cat is going to be dinner with a 6-foot lizard.
Yeah, not good. Not good at all.
Like, just get a dog. Like, why do you need 6-foot lizards? Like, why do you need flying squirrels? I don't understand.
So,
I don't get people,
post-show, be normal.
That may be a new pet for the house. Maybe a 6-foot lizard.
Where?
For the house.
My house?
Basement.
Or your house?
Yeah.
Let's let him roll
Yours.
the basement.
Man.
I got a dog.
I'm good.
Dude, it would be kind of cool, though, to have a Komodo dragon outside, though. Those things are pretty cool.
I don't think that's as cool as you think.
Those are dinosaurs.
Get a lizard, 6-foot lizard in the content, Dave. Then just let it do its thing.
Yeah.
Just sitting on the couch over there.
People just be normal. Be normal.
My dog's afraid of the Roomba. I can't imagine what she'd do with an 8-foot lizard roaming around the house.
Anything post-show, boys?
Oh. No.
Nothing.
I don't have anything. I mean, I can just always talk about random stupid shit.
Be normal.
Nothing's good.
You guys gonna watch Borat too?
I mean, yeah, everyone will watch it, but I don't think it's gonna be very good. No.
What's that?
Zach, I remember the first time
Borat
I saw it was
2.
at your parents' house when I was little.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll be wrong, but
It took me like 3 watches to get into it, and then I thought it was funny.
I don't think I'm gonna watch
Yeah,
Borat 2
I don't have a
3
whole
times.
lot of. I don't have a whole lot of hope for it personally. Not
How
really
long
like
has
him.
it been?
I mean, he's a funny guy. It's
15
probably been
years.
20. Yeah, I would say probably 2000 was my guess.
When does that come out?
I believe next month.
So yeah, it's the weekend. We will be doing, like I said, we'll do our pick show every Thursday here on the morning show now. We will not be doing a show Wednesday. We'll be taking Wednesdays off, and we'll be doing Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then podcast either Saturday or Sunday. If you listen to the podcast, what we do, we kind of get away a little bit from sports. We do a lot of segments, and it gets to be pretty hilarious. We usually record about 9, 10 o'clock on Friday, Saturday nights, so it can always get pretty interesting, always fun. So go check that out. Thank you to Matt Schoolfield at schools_01 and Boomy at Boomy TCF for joining me this morning. I am Zach Lilia at Lilia TCF. The main page is at typical_Chicago. Instagram, Facebook. Just type in Typical Chicago Fans. You will find us on there. Subscribe to the Typical Chicago Fans YouTube page. Please, all of our morning show, podcast, interviews, food reviews are on there. And then if you, wherever you get your podcast from, if it's Apple, please subscribe, rate, and review. Give us that 5-star rating. If it's anywhere else, just type in Typical Chicago Fans. You will find us on there. Shout out to 26shirts.com Chicago. We love them. Use the promo code Typical Chicago Fans at checkout. You'll get 15% off of your purchase. Again, that is Typical Chicago Fans at checkout for 15% off of your purchase at 26shirts.com Chicago. Anything else, boys?
Hey, the YouTube page is completely updated. Everything has been sorted. It's in the right playlist. Make sure you go subscribe to that. I spent some time last night getting that all sorted out. So do me a favor. Go subscribe to the YouTube page.
Love it. Love it. Like I said, YouTube page, Typical Chicago Fans. Please subscribe. Watch all the videos that Boomy nicely puts into order for us. I love it. Love it. This has been the TCF Morning Show, Thursday, October 22nd. We love you all.
Peace.